Well, I think it's just completely chaotic. I know a lot of relief was felt when we discovered on Friday night or Saturday that computers and phones, electronics would be exempt from the highest Chinese tariffs. But then we were told yesterday that that's just a temporary reprieve and that there will be further developments there. So really, things have been just chaotic. The reciprocal tariffs put on, then paused. Don't know what's going to happen next. This is really creating an environment in which households and businesses feel paralyzed by the uncertainty about what's going to happen. It makes planning almost impossible.
Situation with Iran, that something's going to happen very soon. Very, very soon. You'll be talking about that pretty soon, I guess, and hopefully
I have had a few meetings, and the truth is, I honestly don't know what to tell them because these are huge. I've said self-inflicted wound. To me, President Trump is taking a sledgehammer. Not only that he's pounding our allies with this, but he's pounding the U.S. economy with this sledgehammer. And I don't understand the rationale for the tariffs. Most economists would say if what you're trying to do is to reduce the trade deficit, imposing tariffs is not going to be successful and is not the way to go about doing that. The best approach there would be greater fiscal discipline, which we're not likely to see. And perhaps it's to bring back American manufacturing. But I really think that's a pipe dream and not something that is likely to be accomplished. And we could even raise questions about whether or not, in a broad-based way, that's a desirable goal. And it's really hard to predict where this is going. The escalation with China could have very significant global implications.
They became very strong very fast. They sold massive amounts of oil to China. And
well, we saw a very unusual pattern over the last couple of weeks in financial market developments. Normally, when times are chaotic and uncertainty is high, there's a desire to invest in safe assets, and that tends to push down U.S. Treasury yields. But U.S. Treasury yields went up. And when U.S. Treasury yields go up, normally that attracts capital inflows that would boost the dollar. But both the dollar declined and U.S. Treasury yields rose. And what that suggests is that investors are beginning to shun dollar-based assets, and that calling into question the safety of what is the bedrock of the global financial system, namely U.S. Treasuries. That would be my assessment, is that China, if they were to sell dollars, would be pushing up the value of their own currency and creating risks to the Treasury market and to global financial stability that would harm them and would represent a very significant escalation. So it's not something that I would expect China to do. I'm sure China hopes that we will be able to negotiate a bargain on both sides.
To the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program.
We have a situation with Iran that something's going to.
立法机构要在加强传统友好、保障务实合作落地、强化多边协调方面多做工作，就各自国家。
偷偷告诉大家，我最近发现了新法宝 Royal Face 逆时奇迹系列，它有活肤露、全效精华，还有精华霜。尤其我皮肤比较偏干，所以我非常的注重保湿。保湿做得好，肌肤自然烹润。提亮肤色更年轻，抚平皱纹超有感，而且气色变好。用心保养，每天都更美一点。美吧。